Some political scientists, researchers and public affairs analysts have declared that looting of resources and oppression of citizens are responsible for the resurgence of military coups in African countries. Daily Post reports that the military has seized power in some African countries in the last few months. The countries that recorded military coups include Niger, Gabon, Mali, Burkina Faso and Sudan. The political scientists, researchers and public affairs analysts spoke at a one-day roundtable discussion organized by the Department of Political Science, University of Ibadan, on the theme, The Resurgence of Coups in Africa. Those who spoke include the former and current head of Department of Political Science, University of Ibadan, Professors Osisium Nwolise and Irene Pogerson, respectively, international relations expert, Dr. Olajide Kanji, and a public affairs analyst, Mr. Iowa Gundala. Nwolise, while leading the discussions, emphasized that although coup d'état is illegal, the army decided to take over power in order to serve as the voice of the people. He added that the coup in Gabon was caused by a fraudulent election, while the one in Niger was caused by poverty. In Burkina Faso, the president wanted to bribe the parliament and the youths resisted it. The youths invaded the parliament and the military took over. Coup d'état is illegal. All these puppet leaders we have in Africa have done many coups. They are not leaders but rulers. They are puppets, exploiters who sabotage the people to perpetuate their looting. Gabon coup was due to fraudulent election, Niger was due to poverty. The West has plundered African resources for over 500 years. Nobody has said that it is moral. We have not seen the French citizens condemning the exploration of mineral resources in Niger. Like I said, alarm do blow. Let the people have their say on how they will be governed. We have the better democracy than the Greek in my village. Oyinbo did not teach us the democracy. We have these before Oyinbo came. We don't have political parties, but political associations. The military men of today are the voice of the people, he said. Speaking on the way forward, Nwolise added, all puppet governments in the former French colonies must go. Africans should take over their countries and not puppet leaders. There must be good governance. Termination of looting of available resources. I have mentioned the case of Ghana. There must be end to sit-tight government. Pogerson, in her remarks, noted that many countries will continue to witness military coups due to the absence of rule of law, transparency and accountability. You know that we have had military coups in some African countries, so some of our senior colleagues said that the department should not be silent. We said that for our voice to be heard, we need to organize a roundtable discussion. After the Gabon coup, we said that no matter how small it is, we should bring forth the department's voice on the issue. It potent concern about the state of our democracy. Some scholars have said that we are not really practicing democracy the way it should be practiced. If we are, we will not be having resurgence of military coups in Africa. It is telling our leaders to wake up. No country is immune from all these as long as the rule of law, transparency and accountability are not there. As long as there is suffering in the land. Al-Gundal, in his contribution, noted that it may be difficult for the military to take over in Nigeria because many things have changed. He said, African countries should not continue to blame their former colonial masters. If we have strong judicial system, civil service and strong institutions, coups will not happen because there will be development. The coups are not the way out. It is when the political leaders failed that is why the military take over. It may be very difficult in Nigeria because the military is not so strong the way it used to be. How many soldiers do we have in Makoka or Odogbo that can take over the whole of Ibadan? We should pray for good governance. When everyone is economically empowered, things will go on well. Other speakers at the event charged African leaders to be more proactive and lead by example so as to curb the disturbing trend of military coups in the continent.